Good morning, beautiful people. I am on the floor. What is up? I'm rolling out this morning prior to the meal prep now. So, it's kind of my morning routine as of recently, especially due to, my whole back situation going on and all that jazz. It's more really centralized to this one side right now. Ooh, like right there. That's where I feel most of it going on. So, ooh, but anyway, we are doing meal prep today, which means what are we doing today? So we're doing what we did as usual, the baking ones yesterday, but we just did two oatmeal bakes. I wasn't really craving the ham or the egg bake today, more just because I feel like that one gets a little bit more like older quickly. So I was like, we're not gonna do it this week. I didn't really feel like it. So instead, I just did two oatmeal bakes, two different flavor protein powders involved, and I just used my butterscotch chips with both of them. So yeah, and they're already done, put away, and all that good stuff. But we'll also be doing some Dijon chicken pasta again. It's because it's easy to make and super simple. And for the main pre-workout meal, I guess, we'll be doing the 1,000 calorie burrito bowl. So we'll keep it that way. And yeah, we'll just get to it. Just letting the chicken kind of drain a little bit. But yeah, then it's going to start the oven and we'll get cooking with that stuff. So you know the deal. Ooh. Ooh, all right. So, I mean, I've got some water starting, well, not starting, but trying to boil the water right now. I think I'm just going to show the pasta chicken salad today. It's really, because the thing is with the burrito, with the 1,000 calorie burrito bowl, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not very good at making that and I get a little scattered. So I think just to help me kind of have a little more focus with it, I'm not gonna really record much because it's not like I'm gonna be talking much anyway if that's the case. But I don't know, maybe we'll all change my mind. We'll see. But yeah, just kind of prepping the chicken and stuff like that. So yeah, it says salt, pepper, all that beautiful stuff. Yeah, normally I do this on like the chopping board, but and then I realized, why don't I just do it on here? That's the difference. It's gonna be the same old stuff anyway. So yeah, so salt, pepper, some garlic powder, and all that good stuff. But oh, and the Dijon mustard on top of that too. So honestly, this is probably one of the more like favorite meals to prep. Wow, it's 5:52 by the way. I woke up at 5. Was a little tired, so I decided to give myself a little bit of a rest and just listen to a video that kind of helps me sleep, more or less. Yeah, but yeah, as I was saying, this is an easy thing to prep, so I tend to like it, and it's really easy to eat. It's a salad, so you just eat it cold. I wouldn't warm it up personally, but it's just nice. Even though the weather's a little chilly nowadays, I think it's just a good dish to have. Something quick and simple. My apartment's usually pretty warm and all that good stuff. So, oh, and that's what I need to do today too. I need to turn in my other application for the apartment. I hope I get it. It's a little bit smaller than this one, a bit older too, but it is month to month, which is nice. It's kind of what I'm looking for, and it's 1,500 a month, so that's a pretty solid deal in my honest opinion. Was I supposed to put the Dijon mustard first? No, it's everything else, and then right. Yeah. So, but yeah, so I'm pretty hopeful. The other one is in a little more nicer neighborhood type thing. Well, I don't say nicer neighborhood, but it's a more upscale, I guess, neighborhood. It's like on a hill. It's a nice little apartment complex. I'll have a roommate, so that's not a bad thing per se. But it's just a little bit further from work, and when I say further, I mean like a couple minutes. It's not that far apart, so it's super close to everything still. The one I'm at is just slightly closer to everything. So it's really just about convenience and what I'm looking for at the end of the day. I don't know if the other one said they would be willing to do like a 6 month lease or like a month to month lease at some point, which is fine. But the fact that it's not guaranteed does worry me a little bit. So we will we have a little bit of time. My lease ends on the 15th of next month, so we'll see how that goes. I already told the landlord I'm looking for a place, but that I'm willing to move to month for now, so I hope that doesn't affect anything negatively. We will see. But yeah, this is the first time I've ever really rented out a spot, so I don't really know how the whole shebang works. You know what I mean? Just kind of putting together everything as I go along, more or less. Let's see. And you know, I haven't had mustard in general in a while. I love mustard. Dijon mustard's just good, but what's the one I really liked a lot? I think it was like spicy brown mustard, something like that. That's delicious. Let's see. And I don't really, and as you probably can guess, I don't really measure it out. Mustard, I mean, what is this, like 5 calories per tablespoon? It's not going to be that big of a deal. You can use this whole bottle, which for the most part, when you're making this, you know, you tend to use the whole bottle. So just a little FYI there. Let's see. The other problem I'm having right now is that this is so damn cold, so it's kind of hurting my fingers a little bit, but whatever. But anyway, that's a little apartment update for you guys there. So we'll keep an eye out on things, see how they go. The one thing I do like about the more older apartment is that it's run by like this older gentleman. He seems really nice. Seems like a really nice guy. So I really have no real complaints about that. It just seems like, and he like knows everyone. He's like the type of guy that like knows everyone type thing. Like he knows all his tenants and he knows them well. He's willing to do stuff for them. Like during the pandemic, apparently they had a rule where you're supposed to let your mail sit for like 3 days. Never heard of that, but apparently that was a thing. So what he would do is just deliver the mail or separate it and keep it in like certain areas for them type thing. You know, if they needed help with something, they would do that. There was like a water situation going on, and he ended up like going to like the local water store and picking up water bottles for everyone, and like kind of like not really like trying to be very helpful in that sense, and just helping them out in that area. So seems like a nice guy, very nice guy. So I don't know. That's little things like that I think is very important, right? Like, can you rely on you know, the people you're going to be renting from, your landlords and stuff like that. My current landlord's great. He's given me no issues at all. Been very responsive, very helpful to everything. So overall, I'm very pleased with him. I'm going to be a little sad leaving, not going to lie. So, oh, and the other issue too, obviously, is I wouldn't say issue, but the thing to think about is you know, what they have inside the house. Both of them have a fridge, kitchen, oven, stove, all that good stuff. So obviously my meal preps will continue. And with that, I will say that the one that's more convenient, the smaller one, is pretty small compared to this apartment. I don't think this tray will fit inside the oven that they have there. And if it does, I'd be a little shocked, but yeah, but that's something to consider as well. Like, okay, if that's going to happen, will that affect my meal prep negatively? Probably not. I'll just have to cook in multiple batches, like more than I normally am type thing. Or I was also just thinking cutting down my meal preps in general. So instead of doing like a bunch of like dishes like this, I only do for Monday through Friday. And then I'll have Saturday, Sunday kind of like as a freestyle day type thing. So that's probably what I'm kind of leaning more toward. But again, we will see. Water is getting to the boiling point, which is nice. Now I realize I should have used my left hand for this because I am having a hard time putting the seasoning down. But anyway, that's the debates I am in. So I don't really know what's going to go down or anything like that. I don't even know if I'll get these apartments. I hope I do. But, you know, we'll see. And then process of shopping for a car, which I feel like I made a mistake in the fact that I gave my phone number, because I was looking online and I was like, oh, I wonder if I can get like a price thing today. So I put my phone number online, and probably guess I started to get a bunch of phone calls, and I'm like, well, that's a little annoying. So, and I didn't want to be rude to them because I'm going to be potentially buying to them. So I talked to them a little bit about what I'm looking for. But damn, I did not think that one through. I just don't like giving out my number like that so readily because I hate getting spam calls or called multiple times in a row. But that's just the nature of life. So, not gonna complain too much about it. All right. Oh, no, we're not gonna put. Actually, yeah, we'll start at the oven. So we're gonna be 425. Bake 425. So with this dish, I mean, it recommends the air fryer, which don't get me wrong, I do have, but it's a small one, and I'd probably only be able to do like 2 to 3 breasts at a time. And I'll be honest with you, I'd just rather put it in the oven. So when you do put it in the oven, because it says put at 425 for about 12 to 15 minutes, I always do that 15-minute max. Just because with the size of these chicken breasts, they're pretty thick. You're going to want to make sure everything gets cooked through. Have a thermometer ready if you need to. But also, just because when you are cooking with the oven, it tends to, like, you just need to have it cooking a little bit longer in general when you're doing that. So, yeah. All right. Ooh, do I need more mustard on this one? I might need a little more mustard on this one. I'm going to use my mouth to open that. Let's not be a little animal. At least on camera. All right, there we go. Smother that bad boy. I can hear the water starting to boil much, much more now. So, all right. Let's see. Oh, and I think in my last video I said I was going to start videoing about the previous prep. I mean, like the previous day, because I was going to be meal prepping. I forgot I changed my mind on that. It's just easier for me to prep the vegetables quickly than to record and talk, whatever it may be. So let me make sure everything's got some space here, evenly spaced out. It's okay if they're slightly touching, but you don't want them like fully encompassing each other or anything like that. But yeah, and I don't know what kind of steroids they've been giving these chickens, but some of these breasts are freaking huge, man. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm not complaining. Some people might complain about that, but I'm shoot, get me juiced up too. I don't care. All right, let me wash my hands real quick, get the pasta going, and we'll see about this. All right, so pasta's done. Drained it out, ran it through some cold water to help stop the cooking process. So chicken's in there for right now. I put 17 minutes. We're just gonna be making the dressing and stuff like that. So let's go and get some olive oil. I don't know if this is gonna at all mess it up in any way, but I'm gonna use 2 different kinds of olive oil because this one's almost out. So 270, just put the whole thing in there. There's really no difference. Yada, yada, yada. I mean, calorie-wise, it's the same thing. This is just extra virgin, and the one I got is just pure olive oil. So I don't think it'll be that big of a deal personally, but, you know, let's just hope for the best. So we need what, 270? 270. This is usually the most time I ever have this much oil, like this. Obviously, I use spray oil, but yeah, just regular oil like this, usually don't have that much, if any. Most of the fat content comes just from like the meat and stuff like that. Oops. 280. It's fine. What's a little extra fat, right? I say that, but I feel like I'm really gaining a stomach again. Red wine vinegar. We should still have that, actually. That should not be a problem. Yes. Beautiful. All right, we are doing how much of this? 180. So, go and take that lid off there. Always like to do a slow pour. There we go. A little over 180, but 5 grams is never really too big of a deal. And then I'm going to put some garlic. Oh, this is where I forgot that Dijon mustard goes inside the dressing too. This is a lot of mustard. Where's my mustard at? Did I keep it out here? I did. It's right there. It's right next to me, LOL. So garlic. Oh, someone's on a skateboard. I was like, what is that? Normally, right, I would kind of put the garlic press into this, but today I wanted to mince it. I feel like it, I don't know why, maybe it's just because there's a little more taste to it, but I just think it tastes better when it's like finely chopped like that. 45 grams. There we go. Good enough. That was actually pretty perfect, so. And I have the pre-minced garlic, but I haven't used that in so long. It's just, I don't know. It's just not the same. I feel like there really is a big taste difference. But again, if you are in a rush or just don't like mincing garlic, or whatever reason you couldn't get fresh garlic, just use mince. It's not a big deal. Oregano and basil. I just bought oregano too, which is perfect timing. We'll use the rest of the old oregano though. We're gonna need the red chili flakes as well. Where's my basil? There it is. I was like, I know I have basil. I had like 3 basils because I didn't realize I had 3 basils. All right, we'll use the rest of this. Perfect. I don't think that's 3 grams, but honestly, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. And then the basil, 3 grams of dried basil. You can probably do fresh dried basil. It'd probably be the better move on that, admittedly. But again, sometimes there are just some things I just prefer to just have it done already. So that's good enough. I feel like that's going to be more than 3 grams if I'm not careful. And I don't want to use up all my basil like that. And then red pepper flakes. Look at that. I forgot to add these in last time, and I think that took away some of the flavor. So we'll go ahead and add that in here now. Once again, I feel like it's just the thing isn't reading it. So, and then salt and pepper. Put a little bit of salt and pepper first. And then we'll add it if we feel it needs a little more taste test. I mean, like more flavor. Good enough there. All right. Where's my... Oh, it's right here. I like the smaller one. Excellent. Look at that. Easily peasy mixed and ready. So the red onions I ran through water yesterday, so they should be fine for today. If you don't have to do that. It's more just to take the, that red onion, like how strong the flavor can be. Kind of helps decrease that flavor a little bit. So I like to run it through water. It recommends running it through water, but again, that's really your preference. If you don't want to do that, then don't even worry about it. But all right, that should be good. The red pepper flakes. Yeah, that's good. Maybe a little bit of salt and pepper. Not too much on that. Anyway, back to the moving thing. I feel like that's the other thought I have in mind is maybe I shouldn't just move at all. If I do get into a school, then I will be gone by August. Is it worth it to move to a cheaper apartment for the next 6 months? Maybe. And I think personally that it is, because I also need to get a new car. Like, I need to. That's just a fact. Like, I do need to, unfortunately. And I think because of that, with the car payment and everything, better, yeah, I like that. With the car payment and everything, it's just going to be harder to keep up with stuff otherwise. So thankfully my school loans are only like $60 a month, but still, just thinking long term, because I'm going to need to find a place over there, blah, 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 all this stuff. Just, there's a lot that I feel like I have to think about, and I want to think about and consider. I don't want to go into this just like, oh, I figured it out. No, I want to at least have a plan. Sure, not all plans work out, but I want to plan it at least to a certain point, and then if I have to just wing it the rest of the way, at least I'm comfortable with what I have to kind of hope for the best on. So yeah, anyway, let me get these opened up and just kind of draining a little bit. So see you in a minute. Okay, so I finished draining the beans and the black olives. I just realized I could start doing is literally this. Start putting all the veggies together. Like, I'm not gonna cook them, so I just need to put them together. So it's not a big deal. So combine it, yeah, into a large pot. Just probably, it's too late. We already have it here. Yeah, it's fine. So get the last little bits of that. And I chopped the cucumber a wee bit smaller this time around, which was nice. I'm glad I did that. So, let's see. All right. Because the chicken will be done in about 4 minutes. The beans and the canned olives should just be done by that point too. So, yeah, just got to mix everything together here, and then should be good to go. Most of this stuff is nice and drying, so I don't need to worry about that too much. So we can add the drained noodles. So yeah, drained noodles, and then we'll just add everything in a minute too. So, and I want to add the noodles too while they're soft, because whenever they get like, I don't want to say cold, I guess, but when they're fresh like this, they come out easier as compared to, you know, when they're settled and they become hard and then they get stuck and they come out in like that little bowl shape, the shape of the bowl, the container. So it's just easier that way around. Combine everything together, and then we'll put the sauce in too. Because the thing is, chicken's already coated in a bunch of stuff and it tends to absorb the sauce a lot. So to counteract that, we just pour the sauce over everything and then just add the chicken after a little bit's done. But yeah, you know what, just for the sake of keeping it a little bit more fresh, we will add the sauce once the chicken's chopped up and ready to rock. So we will be right back. Maybe in like, well, it says 2 minutes. I don't think I'm going to show you chopping the chicken, so I don't know, we'll see. Hey, we are back. Oh, I was about to put the chicken in, almost forgot to put the sauce in, or the dressing in. Where is this thing? I don't know why I washed this. All right, and you always want to mix it because the oil separates from everything, blah, 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 blah. I'm sure y'all already know a lot of this stuff, so. All right, man. The chicken made a little bit of a mess. Thankfully, I was able to somewhat contain it, and it's only onto the table. It started to drip off a little bit, but I noticed it right away, so I caught that, thankfully. Thankfully. Okay. Here we are. We can put this away. Well, actually, in case we need to scoop out, so we'll switch hands. There we go. Beautiful. And yeah, trust me when I say the chicken does not need any of the sauce on it, because tasted a little bit of it right now. Sucker is strong still. It's usually like that, obviously, but just, it's a good reminder, you know what I mean? And then that way all the veggies can get nicely coated. Perfect. Now, you can put the chicken in now or wait till it cools off a little bit more. I tend to just do it now. I feel like it's fine. Not a big deal. So, but for anything, let's try a little taste test. Good. I like it. All right, now we add the chicken. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Right. And there you go. Look at that. Dijon chicken pasta. Ready to rock, easy to make. And I don't know if I showed it off, but I got some new meal prep containers. So it's the same thing as the ones I've had before, but they're like mint and I think pink. What was the other one? Salmon, maybe? One of those two. So, but yeah. So it's pretty cool. I have better containers now, or more similar containers. I think they're good containers for the most part. I just got them off Amazon, so. All right, so let me go ahead and wash up and yeah, plate everything and we'll be right back. Oh, and for the not buffalo, and for the 1,000-calorie burrito bowl real quick. Normally the way it is, it's like layered, so a rice and bean base, veggies, and then the chicken thing is how it's normally based. I'm gonna do it differently. I'm gonna combine everything together Like, I just gonna put it all together, see if that works okay. If not, oh well. But see how that comes out. Hey, beautiful people. So we are. My glove? Oh, we are. Yeah, we're doing the burrito bowl. Why not? I feel like the Dijon one was pretty short. Probably gonna skip around a lot in this one because, like, I was supposed to be recording again on my phone. You know what? We can still do that. Hold on. All right. So, I like to do little. Yeah, you already know. I don't know. I'm explaining it, but all right. Get this one out. So we're working on the chicken right now. We're roasting it, and I'm gonna drain a good chunk of that liquid out. But first, we need to chop those suckers. But also, what we're gonna need to do is get the potatoes in there soon enough too. Into the air fryer. We're just air frying it. Oh, speak of the devil. So I did a little bag method for the salt and pepper. I don't know if it's any good. Jeez, stop that. I don't know if it's any good, but I'm gonna see how it's gonna come out. I mean, I hope it's good. So you're really supposed to season the potatoes with, you know, some olive oil, salt and pepper, all that good stuff. And then, what the hell happened to that bag? And yeah, and then just put into the air fryer, or you can put it in the oven, but the air fryer, in my opinion, is better when it comes to like roasting and toasting vegetables, you know what I mean? That's just my opinion, but to each their own. This one little potato really does not want to come out for whatever reason. Have the beans draining already, so those should be good by the time they get in. Boom. All right. Trash is piling up, and yeah, anyway, let's see if we can start transferring some of that over. Because the chicken is, I mean, it's probably a good way cooked, but it's not fully cooked. We're going to dice it up right now, and then from there, we're going to put it back and broil it for a minute. So that whatever leftover stuff that may not be cooked will be cooked by that time. So let's go ahead and start seeing if I can get some of this stuff over there. Okay, we're going to have to do it like one by one, more than likely. Where's a tissue? This would be perfect. It's a little small. It's okay. Be good enough. So you can tell, I don't know if you can see it on there, but the Dijon chicken pasta is done. It's already prepped out and all that good stuff. So for right now, really the main thing is just getting this burrito bowl done. So, boop, boop, boop. Okay, so I'm going to start transferring this stuff over. So it's going to take me a couple minutes. I might switch to like a bigger thing. So I'll be right back. All right, everything's transferred over, so just gonna let it cool off slightly, not too much, but I really just need to let this drain, or I mean, drain out some of this liquid here. Oopsies. Ooh, that air fryer was really in the most inconvenient spot possible. That's okay. Excellent. Cool. So, yeah, dice up the chicken, put it back. I reserved a little bit of the marinade from last night so I can put it back onto the diced chicken. So it'll be good. I'm gonna put it into this bowl and then, you know, spread it out evenly however it may need to be. But yeah, so overall things are coming well with this meal prep. Very happy with how they're turning out. Let's see, is it cooked? Yeah, it's for the most part cooked. So we'll just be giving it a nice little brown in that broiler, which is nice. Always good to have that in there. Let's see. I'm gonna not record just the chopping part because I'm sure you already know what's going on, and I want to have both my hands ready for it. So, all right. So that is diced and niced. So go ahead and put this here. There we go. We put the extra marinade in there too. This poor bowl goes through everything, man. Poor bowl just gets the brunt of it all. So let me just spread everything out nice and even. Oh, fudge, man. Come on. That was annoying. Sorry about that, folks. Let's just be a little more gentler next time. So, okay. Let's go ahead and put this back and moving it to the top rack now to broil. So, excuse me. Wow, that's an awkward burp. Put that back. Cancel that. Broil that bad boy on high for like, I don't know, 5 minutes. Technically a little bit more because some, like, at least for my broiler, it takes a minute to like actually turn on. So what are we looking at? Yeah, like 5 to 8 minutes. We'll do 8 minutes. I like that. I like that time frame. That allows it to really cook in there nice and well. So All right, let me wipe stuff down a little bit more, clean up slightly here, and yada yada yada. So, all right, that's coming along well. Potatoes will be done in about 5 minutes, so we're rocking. Alrighty, so I have the vegetables in this thing. I was gonna use the pot here, but then I realized that's way too small. It's not gonna work, so I transferred them over to the big one here. Really, we're just gonna kind of have them steam. That's what the big deal is with these guys. So let me get this massive piece of onion out of there because I'm not gonna eat that for sure. That is disgusting, in my opinion. Everything else, though, is nicely sliced. So we'll keep that together, mix it up. Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Yeah, so do I need to put salt in these bad boys or what? Season light with salt and allow them to develop a bit of color. And then drizzle some water. So, yep. Nope. Salt these bad boys. Cook for a couple minutes. And then we'll put in some water just to, you know, let these guys get some color. I'm going to transfer them over to this side, though, because put you up there. I need this room. It's a little bit easier for me to cook on this side. Maybe it's just a mental thing. You know, I don't know. But, ooh, okay. Hey, I can put my spoon up there now. Look at that. Cool. So chicken's going to be done in about a minute. I need to wash that because I need to chop some stuff on it. Beans should be pretty much good to go. So I'll put them behind the air fryer there. Potatoes are done. I don't know if I said that yet. So things are moving along well, more or less. Let me wipe this down real quick. Got about 30 seconds. So, but yeah, this dish, for some odd reason, like, it frazzles me. I want to get good at this dish because I really like this dish. It tastes really good, in my honest opinion. It's just, I get really frazzled because I think it's multiple steps, and that's just not something I'm very good at yet. Let me get the oranges and limes out here because I will definitely be using those soon enough. Okay, so cancel, turn that off. Let me get it out first. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get it out. I don't want those chickens to be burnt, you know what I mean? So, let's see. How did it come out? Ooh, very nice. Obviously, the broil's more in the center area, which is to be expected, but it's looking good, looking nice and cooked, so that is nice and dandy. This can have some water poured on it. We will use this bowl. And then put the lid on. If you're using, you know, like a couple vegetables here and there, you could put it inside that thing and then put foil over it to, you know, let it steam, which is going to soften it. For me, obviously, I'm cooking with a lot, so I just have to use this, and why not use the lid? It's better than that way. No reason wasting my foil, because I think I'm almost out of foil. Ran out of tissue paper, unfortunately, so I'm kind of down to my last two here, and this one's for the chopping block, so it doesn't slide everywhere and kill me when I cut something. But anyway, we need to cut some limes up. Pretty sure we need to cut some lemons up too, so get that nice and ready. We'll cut up 2 limes. Oh, I thought that was already cut. That looks really weird. Look at this. Look, it looks like it was almost cut already. I don't know how well you're going to see it, but anyway, so that stuff is cooking well. We will cut back. You know what I forgot to almost do is measure out the rice. So we'll measure that out quick because the vegetables are already cooking pretty well in there. So I think just to save time and effort, I'll measure this out real quick. I cooked the rice yesterday. I normally cook it the day of, but I think day-old rice might be the best way to go. And I'm using that new Kalos rice, right? Is that what it's called? Calrose? I don't know how I feel about it, man. It's okay. I mean, it's rice in the end, but I don't know. It ain't what I'm looking for. I really like jasmine rice, but that's probably just because I'm so used to using it, you know what I mean? Ooh, did we make the perfect amount? Hold up. Did we make the perfect amount here? What? Oh, we're actually short slightly. Or are we? We're like short 10 grams. But that's okay. I will gladly take that. That is not a bad deal to me. I will take that deal any day of the week. Because normally I usually end up making too much rice and I either have to finish it, give it away, or in a few really gross cases, I accidentally left it out inside the rice cooker and it went bad, and when I opened it, I wanted to die because it's just disgusting. But yeah, so the rice is ready. Let me start getting the veggies out of there right now. So let me just see how they're coming along. Hello. Maybe they could cook a little bit. There is a little bit more in there than what's normal, so. Oh, jeez. I'm obviously scattered right now. Yeah, let's see. Let it go another minute or so. It's coming along nicely though. I do like how they're coming out. Better than it has before in the past. So nice and soft. So we'll let that be. That's good to cool down. So I'll be back in a minute, guys. All right, that seems good enough. So, thank you. I'm going to transfer all of this out now. I'm gonna put it into this little bowl. I moved the air fryer since I don't really need it there anymore. Ooh, it smells nice. Put that there. Yeah, the onions are nice and soft. My face, it is blinded. It's important to kind of stir it around, which I admit I didn't really do too much this time around, and some things got a little, I wouldn't say they're like super burnt, but they got a little char to them, so it's not a bad thing though. I do like myself some charred veggies. It is yummers with that stuff. Cool. Can I hold it without burning myself? Sure can. Nope. Sure cannot. That's fine. There you go. So now what I'm going to do is put the rice in here, and then I'm going to just mix the rice and beans essentially. So let me just double check, see how I'm going to piece this together. Oh, well, for one, let me put some limes to this. Jeez Louise. Yeah. Let me do 2 lime. How did I? Oh, it was the wrong way. Damn it. Well, okay. It's okay. It's not that badly cracked. Too strong, I guess. Teehee. If only. There we go. Nice. I'll let that mix together. I remember when I first started cooking, I did more Asian themed dishes, not actual Asian dishes. Just because something includes soy sauce doesn't make it Asian, but it's themed around that, right? So, but I've been doing a lot of Asian themed dishes. Now I feel like I'm doing a lot of more Latin dishes, Spanish, Mexican, something. But yeah, anyway, I think that's good on that. So let me go ahead and rethink this real quick. All right, so I think I know what I'm going to do. So I kind of put the rice and beans already inside here and stuff like that. So I'm going to mix this stuff together because, you know, you kind of want to do that. And then I'm just going to layer it in here the way I would normally if I wasn't like putting it all in one bowl. So it's going to be this, potatoes. Man, this Kalos rice, did I not put enough water when I was cooking it? I don't know if I did. I'm pretty sure I did. I think it's a 1-to-1 ratio, right? Like 1 cup of water per 1 cup of rice. I would hope that's what it was. Maybe I need to have a little bit more next time. We'll see. I'll add a little bit more next time. See if that maybe makes it a little bit more closer to the rice that I'm looking for here. But nonetheless, it's coming out well. It's mixing okay. Just need to break it down a bit. So anyway, what I was saying is I'm going to do a potato, so the rice and beans, and I put some lime in here already. And I'm going to do the potato layer, So I'm gonna put the potatoes next in that, and then the veggies, and then the chicken on top. And then I'm just gonna mix it all together. So no big deal on that end. Should be coming across a good chunk of time here. All right. Excellent. So I'm just, really the goal right now is just breaking up this rice so it mixes as best as it can with the beans. That way when I start plating it, it mixes all together in there even more easily. So I'm thinking I should have got my little smasher thing, or my smasher, masher thing, whatever it is, and you know, did it with the rice first before I added the beans, but whatever, hindsight's always 20/20. So nothing you can do about that. But yeah, anyway, let me continue with this, and then I'll just add everything together. I'm sure you guys understand how that's going to work out. Hey folks, so I bought way too many oranges. So I'm eating one now. But yeah, we're done. We are done. Mixed pretty well. Things look pretty good. Might need to mix it up just a little bit more, but I want to eat this orange. I'm actually pretty hungry, so yeah, with that said, it was a pretty good meal prep. Not too bad. I feel like I'm getting better at it as time goes on. I like this bowl idea of mixing it all together. It just feels easier to me. So, yeah. All right, guys. I'll plate everything up and we'll finish out for the day. See you in a minute. All right. We're done, beautiful people. Surprisingly, most things are pretty clean already. Love that. So, I actually have to wash that, and I got to put my air fryer into the washer thing too. But anyway, let's go over the meals. What are the meals for the week? So everything's totaling out to around 800 calories more or less. 800 calories, geez. 2,800 calories more or less. So probably a little bit less because I need to make some adjustments on the app and stuff like that. But, so, oh, wow, that sentence didn't come out at all how I wanted to. But we're doing well. So, continuing forward. Breakfast and second breakfast, first lunch, I guess. Literally, I just did 2 oatmeal bakes. I wasn't really in the mood for a ham bake, like I said earlier, and I figured this oatmeal bake would be a good way to go. So I really like these. I genuinely don't really get tired of these, and I think it's because I can swap out the protein powder for different flavors, and then the butterscotch, you know, chips I can swap out too. Just 2 simple ingredients can really make a big difference, guys. And I highly recommend making that if you're looking for like a quick little snack or like a small breakfast you can just eat while you're like busy, you know what I mean? So, after that, for our lunch, I guess that's 2 breakfasts, right? So, for our lunch, we're doing the Dijon chicken pasta once again. This is a pretty nice dish. What I like about this is that you don't need to warm it up. There's a lot of flavor to it. Lots of veggies, lots of protein. I really like beans, so it's always good to have beans inside a dish. So I'm all about that. So all in all, great dish all around. And it fills you up. It fills you up quite well. And again, you could just eat it cold. So if you're ever on the go, bring this with you. Easy. Easy peasy. So I do like that aspect of it. Now for our pre-workout meal. As always, I'm very excited for this. This is going to be our 1,000 calorie burrito bowl. So this is going to be over 1,000 calories a little bit because of the way I made it, but which is perfect. That's what I want. This delicious little bowl coming in at around like 1,000 grams, more or less. So a little over 2 pounds of food is looking pretty good. Not gonna lie, I'm very excited to have this again. This is always a dish I like to make. Besides getting frazzled every time I make it, comes out always tasting good. Never can go wrong with it. The mix of rice, beans, potatoes makes a good amount of carbs, you know, and then the chicken, I'm pretty sure the beans too again, has that good protein intake, right? And of course the veggies add a nice little taste to it, and they're soft, so I like that. The texture goes well with everything. So all in all, I'm very happy with these dishes. I think I'm gonna continue to make this burrito bowl down the line. I don't know how I feel about some of the other 1,000 calorie ones, like the big boy meatballs. Maybe I just need to get better at making meatballs, who knows, but yeah, all in all, that's it for this meal prep, guys. I don't know how long this is going to be, but, you know, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it for what it was, and yeah. So with that said, guys, we'll end it here because I have to go bathroom suddenly. And I hope you guys have a great day. We have the rest of the day to continue forward. Take a good rest, whatever you need to do. However you need to do it, just get it done. And remember, things are always rough. There's always a better tomorrow, even if it doesn't seem like it. As always, guys, thank you for watching. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Adios.